Does your agent's brokerage brand matter? We market ourselves really as the SLG team. Maybe sometimes we do SLG team at Real, but the brand is the agent. What is it about your agent that makes them special? Who else have they worked with that's like you? That's a big question that gets asked, and I love it. You need someone who understands the market, can hustle, has availability to help you, knows how to market, knows all the logistics, has contractors and the bandwidth to assist you with everything you need. Hey, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Moving Sucks. I am solo again this week, and that is a good thing because I get to talk about the pet projects that Jen won't let me talk about when she's here. So what I'd like to talk about today is, does your agent's brokerage brand matter? Much like a lot of the things that we talk about in real estate, it's like kind of yes and no. Yes, it does to a certain extent matter, but I would argue that it matters less than what a lot of people think. In fact, I think a lot of consumers don't even know that brokerage is like what broker their agent is with. And the reason is because the way that things are set up in most states is that real estate agents are independent contractors. And so how it works is that you have a broker, which is like your KW, your Berkshire Hathaway, Remax, Real, whatever, that company. Agents have licenses that they have to hang with the broker. So basically how it works is that you get licensed and then you have to go find a brand or an independent brokerage or some kind of company that is like kind of the babysitter of all these agents. So when you go and you interview an agent, sometimes you won't even know because they brand themselves so individually that like the SLG team, like we are just the SLG team. That doesn't, SLG team is not a brokerage or anything where people could hang their licenses under me or anything like that. I am not a broker. I'm a salesperson. And so is everyone on the team. I am a team leader and I hang my license at Real Broker. Now, Real Broker is one of those like KW, Coldwell Banker, those types of companies. Now, we market ourselves really as the SLG team. Maybe sometimes we do SLG team at Real, but the brand is the agent. And that has largely evolved over the last 30 to 40 years in real estate, where back in the day, everybody would have to glom onto these brands. And like the brand was very much more at the forefront of the consumer's mind. There was a lot more thinking about like, okay, that's Remax. Okay, that's KW. Okay, that's Coldwell Banker. I like them. I've seen their signs. It seems like they can sell, that type of thing. Because of the internet, a couple things have occurred. One is that agents are able to brand themselves really on an individual basis. I mean, like on a personal Facebook page or a personal Instagram page, you might see a logo here and there, but really like the agent is the person who looks like, in the mind of the consumer. Back in the day, it was totally different. You'd have ads in the paper and everything like that, and you'd have the brand because the company was paying for the ad. They would make sure that their brand was there. There's been this rugged individualism that has evolved over the last 30 or 40 years. And I think it's actually a good thing because it's allowed agents to really build the businesses that they want. The broker is not allowed to put strict guidelines on how people are to build their business as long as they fall within the rules and regulations set forth by their state. And obviously they are ethical, moral, and they act as fiduciaries to their clients. So, when you're interviewing an agent and they're going through their whole thing and they're going through, what they offer and their track record or whatever, it's still a good idea though to ask what brand do you hang your license with? And that answer will then spurn off to another question, which is why? Because I think it's a good question to ask because it'll go right to the heart of the philosophy of their business. Now, you can have two answers to that question or two extreme answers. One is I hang my license with Real Broker because it's just the support is amazing. The agents are amazing. We have large market share. We have the ability to, find private off-market listings. We have all these tools and resources, all this marketing, blah, 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 blah. And then the other side of it is somebody who says, you know what, I just hang my license with X broker. It's just a really affordable way or a really easy way for me to do business. I keep all my money and I build my business the right way. And obviously everywhere in between. But it will go to the matter. It will go to understanding how your property will be marketed or how your buyer experience will go. Because if your agent's relying on other agents or there's other things in their brokerage that they really think can help you, that's something good to know. But most agents, I think, are going to say the second thing, which is, hey, I just hang my license there, but really I'm the brand. I'm the person who's going to be doing everything. Yeah, if we get jammed up in a transaction and and we're unsure about something, of course I can lean on my brokerage, but you're really just going to be working with me. I just happen to hang my license at X brokers. So I don't think that it matters nearly as much as some people think. But then conversely, there's a lot of people who have no idea they do transactions. Like I've done 3 transactions with clients. I'm like, I don't even know who you hang your license with. Like, I don't care, like, because you're the brand. So when the internet was incepted, that allowed, and then social media, it really, really allowed the agent to market themselves as their own entity, their own brand. And what that has actually done is it has allowed agents to more freely move from brokerage to brokerage. Because if like it's the SLG team and I'm at Real Broker, I literally just did this. I came from another brokerage in the Philadelphia area and I literally just moved everything over and it was easy. Nobody ever said like, I can't believe you left that old brokerage. Now, a lot of people have said, hey, how's the new brokerage? Because they're concerned and they're interested in my business, but they're not at the point where that is the killer or the winner of a deal or whether they're going to work with me, because I am the brand. And most of the agents that you're going to come in contact with probably share that philosophy. So if you are in the process of interviewing an agent, the brand should be part of the conversation, but what you really should be asking is, what's your track record? What do you think about the property? Or what are your best tips and tricks for maybe if you're in a competitive market, winning bidding wars? Those leverage points, those points of differentiation are super important. Everyone can put stuff in the MLS. Every brokerage has like marketing and tools and puts it on Zillow and realtor.com and all that. But what is it about your agent that makes them special? Who else have they worked with that's like you? That's a big question that gets asked, and I love it because I work a lot, and Jen and I work a lot with first-time homebuyers, upsizers, people who need to move from house to house, in that demographic, anywhere from like 25 to 45. And it is, when somebody says, hey, like, have you ever, worked in this area, or you ever work with like this kind of a situation? Ask them that. I like when people ask that, because when they ask me that, I can then leverage my expertise. So I would definitely suggest that if you are interviewing agents as well, that you do not hire somebody just because you feel that or you don't know how to have the conversation about why you're not hiring them. Meaning, if you have a nephew or an aunt and you're worried about Thanksgiving dinner in a few months and it's going to be awkward and weird, that isn't a good enough reason in this market to hire them. And I believe that this market, at least in the Philadelphia area and around most major cities, you really need to bring your A game. You need someone who understands the market, can hustle, has availability to help you, knows how to market, knows all the logistics, has a contractor or has contractors and the bandwidth to assist you with everything you need. And none of that almost never has anything to do with the brand. So if anyone out there needs help or is wondering like what questions specifically to ask your broker and you're not in the Philadelphia area, if you're in the Philadelphia area, Jen and I can help. But if you're not, that is a really, really good exercise to go through before you even start making calls and getting organized, because consumers really don't know what to ask. They just say, well, Bob used him and he seems fine, so let's just go for it, honey. That type of thing. Like, You can get by in listing situations where the house is going to sell over a weekend and a broker can muddle through. But even then, I would argue it's not about whether the house will sell. It's a matter of how much your agent can get for you. And a lot of agents just put stuff in the MLS and then they just wait for offers. They never call people back. They never do what we call optimizing offers. And that can really be the difference between like a really smooth transaction and then like a really pain in the ass transaction. So, but on the buyer side, you absolutely need to ask these questions, because if you don't, you could get stuck with somebody who either doesn't have the bandwidth, the time, the expertise. You're getting killed on bidding wars. They don't understand the market. They don't have pre-existing relationships with other agents in the area, which means really like, do they have a relationship with the listing agent to leverage? So if anyone out there has any questions about how to interview an agent, that's a good reason to reach out. And you can reach us on our Instagram page, or you can reach us here at our YouTube page. Jen and I check that pretty regularly. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And also, if you guys have the ability, please subscribe, please like, follow us on Instagram, comment, whatever. It really helps the page, and we are still trying to grow. And we feel that when we, as we grow, we're going to be able to get more good information out to the real estate consumer. It's tough out there, and we care quite a bit about the American consumer. And that's our mission. So thanks for listening, and have a great day.